session of Law for All. In the last session, we had seen details of regular bail. Today, let us see anticipatory bail. Section 438 of Criminal Procedure Code describes anticipatory bail. What is anticipatory bail, or when the anticipatory bail can be granted? When any person is having reason to believe that he may be arrested in non-bailable offence, he may apply for anticipatory bail. It is a bail in anticipation of an arrest. It is also called as pre-arrest bail. Anticipatory bail does not mean that police cannot arrest. It means that if any person is arrested, he is to be released on bail and he cannot be detained. In other words, it can be said that by grant of anticipatory bail, a non-bailable offence is treated as bailable. If in case of cheating, murder, rape, etc., the accused is granted anticipatory bail, though he is arrested by police authorities, they will have to release him forthwith by accepting the sureties as per directed by the court. Anticipatory bail cannot be filed if the offences are bailable. Therefore, person can move for anticipatory bail only for non-bailable offence, and in respect of bailable offence, anticipatory bail is not maintainable. Who can file anticipatory bail? It is not a condition precedent that there should be registration of FIR. What is required in law for filing an anticipatory bail is a reasonable apprehension of arrest. Now there is distinction in between reasonable apprehension and fear. Person filing anticipatory bail has to make out a case for reasonable apprehension. For example, if a report is filed with police station with allegations of non-bailable offence and police are calling the person against whom allegations are made by giving notice or by giving telephonic call, then he may also file anticipatory bail application. One more thing to be noted here is that blanket anticipatory bail cannot be granted. Let us see what does it mean. If there is no registration of FIR and there is a complaint or report on the basis of which there is reasonable apprehension of arrest, then the name of complainant, offences which may be registered, police station where it can be registered is required to be mentioned in the anticipatory bail application. Otherwise, it is called as blanket anticipatory bail application. While talking about anticipatory bail, there is one more important concept to be understood in this context, that is ad interim anticipatory bail. When anticipatory bail application is filed, learned court is required to issue notice and it takes time for the police to file their say or produce papers. If during pendency of bail application, if the accused is arrested, the anticipatory bail application becomes infructuous and a person may suffer irreparable loss and his reputation can be at stake. Therefore, there is a provision of grant of interim anticipatory bail. Ad interim means during the time from filing of anticipatory bail application till its final disposal. Let us see what are the considerations for grant of anticipatory bail. That is when the anticipatory bail can be granted. Learned court are required to take into consideration factors such as first, nature and gravity of allegations, second, criminal antecedents, third, possibility of absconding, fourth, possibility of tampering, fifth, impediments while carrying out investigation, sixth, need of custodial interrogation, seventh, possibility of false implication, etc. Before which court anticipatory bail can be filed? Anticipatory bail can be filed before the Court of Sessions and Honorable High Court and even before Honorable Supreme Court. In hierarchy, the application has to be moved before the Court of Sessions first. Though as per the provisions, powers of grant of anticipatory bail are given to Sessions Court and Honorable High Court. Only in exceptional cases, anticipatory bail can be filed directly before Honorable High Court, and in routine manner it is required to be filed first before the Court of Sessions. Honorable Court may direct the accused who is granted ad interim anticipatory bail to remain present before the court on the date of final hearing. In In case accused is directed to remain present and his anticipatory bail application is rejected finally, he may apply for extension of interim relief granted earlier to enable him to move to superior court. When we are talking about ad interim anticipatory bail, there is also concept of ad interim regular bail. While considering bail after arrest of accused is in non-bailable offence, court can grant regular bail pending the final disposal of the main application. Whether there is any bar to grant anticipatory bail, there is no bar to grant anticipatory bail in respect of offences under IPC and other special statute except the offences under SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. If the offence is registered under SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act and if the nature of allegations clearly make out prima facie offence under the Act, then there is bar to entertain an anticipatory bail application. So the accused against whom offence is registered under Atrocities Act, he is required to demonstrate before the court that even if the allegations are taken as it does not constitute offence under SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act. Whether all offences under SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act are non-bailable, the answer is in negative. In SC/ST Prevention of Atrocities Act, which is offences are bailable or non-bailable is not specified. Therefore, as per the Schedule 2nd of CRPC, offences punishable for 3 years and upwards are non-bailable. So this is basic information about anticipatory bail. I hope you all will find this useful. Thank you very much.